content creator Sally Estlin and the founder of Empowered Clothing. I empower women over 50 to create a conscious and intentional lifestyle on my show, Finding Your Way with Sally Estlin. Beautiful. Alrighty. Hi, everyone. I'm Sally. I'm a content creator and a holistically fit specialist. I share authentic and everyday issues for women over 50. So you can learn more about my fashion products and services at empoweredclothing.com.au. So today I'm very excited to be chatting with a gorgeous chick called Claire Wu. We're going to be talking about the topic of how to take time to recharge. And before I bring Claire up, I'll just introduce her with a few lines from her bio. So Claire Wu is the founder and director of Breathe Into Peace. It's dedicated to helping people manage their anxiety through functional jewellery and private community. She is a therapist with 14 years of experience working with people with anxiety, using nervous system regulation, resetting the vagus nerve, somatic therapy, acceptance, compassionate therapy, and completion therapy. She suffered from anxiety herself for years and has healed from generational trauma and achieved her dreams in life, and she wants that for her clients and patients. She's now actively developing new products, mentoring and conducting workshops and speaking in Australia. So without further ado, let's bring up the beautiful Claire. Here we go.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are.
Hi, Claire. How's it all going? How's the week? This is the week leading up to Christmas, so it's a bit crazy for us at the moment. Are you coping okay?
Yes. We're wrapping things up and then just getting everything done, almost done, to go into holiday without any, stress or any things in our mind. So yeah.
I know. And I mean, the topic is perfect today, how to take time to recharge. So do you want to share with us a little bit about yourself and what you're up to?
Yes. So we are currently, working on more products for Breathe Into Peace. We do have currently we have a breathing necklace and the peace journal. So we have a breathing necklace that helps to extend the exhalation. So this is the breathing necklace. That's a necklace that helps to slow down your breathing and slow down the heart rate and to calm the nervous system. So the concept behind this necklace was that I work with a lot of anxiety patients, and most of them are able to learn about deep breathing exercises in the clinic, and they are able to use it like when they have a panic or anxiety attacks. But then outside of the clinic, when they're at home, when they're in school, or when they're in events, like they get triggered and then they forget to breathe. And that's where the idea came about, is that it's good to have something that they can carry with them and it act as like a token and reminder for them to take deep breaths. So yeah, that's where the idea came about. And also because I've suffered from the general anxiety disorder from very young age. And for me, it's good to have something that's really discreet, elegant, and easy to use, so I can regulate myself whenever I go. It's like, if for me, I get really stressed in traffic and in the crowd, and also sometimes I think in situation that's a bit unexpected. Yeah, so when things are a little bit unexpected, uncertain, I get a little bit stressed, and that's when I would use the necklace. So yeah, so basically it's very simple. So when you're feeling stressed or anxious, you're just breathing into your nose and then you breathe out through the necklace for 8 to 10 seconds. It doesn't make any sound, and it basically makes you slow. Because it's got a triangular tube, so it slow down the breathing. It makes it really long, slow, and consistent. And then that's how it activate the vagus nerve and to calm the nervous system. Yeah, so yeah, it just depends on where your triggers are. Some people are publicly speaking, some people are, hanging out with their family, especially in the seasons.
This time of year, yeah.
If they have a difficult family members, or some are specific events. So for example, sometimes they hear something, when they see something, when they smell something, you trigger a past memory. So it can be anything. So everyone's different. It's just good to have something that you can carry with you, and then know that you are going to have a coping strategies that's going to work for you.
Oh, I just love it because everything is, I just work with energy, right? And breath is everything, and it's energy, and it's slowing your energy down and getting you into that more stable and aligned place. I think it's just such a clever idea. So breathing into peace. So breathe into peace. And as you said, it does look elegant, and it's something that's very subtle. It's not in your face. I think it's just amazing. So I mean, practical. What colors do they come in?
So we've got rose gold, gold, and silver. They're all made of medigrade stainless steel, and the gold and rose gold's got 18K plated gold or rose gold. So because their material is medigrade stainless steel, so they don't tarnish, corrode, or erode, and then they last for a very long time. You can wear them to shower, to the beach, to swim. Basically, you can go anywhere with it. However, we don't recommend that you just throw your jewelry wherever. We still want you to take care of your jewelry. So it does come with like a leaflet and an access to a private community. So this is the leaflet. So you just basically talk about when you can use the necklace and how to use the necklace, and also how to take care of your jewelry.
Mhm.
And it comes with breathing exercise as well. So when you bought the necklace, you are eligible to join our private community. It's free, and it offers different breathing exercises and meditation so that you can practice it with your breathing necklace.
Yeah, I just love it because, particularly since COVID, but prior to that, stress and anxiety, it's the number one thing affecting the whole world. And, very much it's about us stepping up and taking ownership and responsibility for ourselves and our lives, and finding the tools and having the tools and techniques to be able to cope with stressful situations. And as you said, identifying the triggers, and then working with that, but using the tools. So something like this necklace is such a powerful tool, practical tool that you can have to just slow your breathing down, because you can't change what you don't know. So when you're aware of when your triggers are happening, or when the stress is building up inside of you, stop, pause, and then start breathing into the necklace. So, in through your nose and out, sorry. So out through your mouth into the necklace is amazing. I think it's a great tool because I'm all about the breath. Breath is everything. It connects you. It connects the outside world to the inside world, right? So because everything is an inside job, you're just slowing your energy down and getting you more stable and aligned. I just love it. So you also mentioned a journal that you put together.
Oh, yes, yes. We have a journal that we collaborate with the award-winning Aboriginal artist, Gary Purchase. So he has a big focus and emphasis on social issues. So he's different from other Aboriginal artists who drew more about the past stories and some of the lost traditions, but he's more about drawing about the current issues that we have.
Mhm.
And he's drawn for Westfield, for schools, for public transportations, or in the stations. And now we're working with him that he's drew this. The whales as dancing under the moon, which becomes the cover of our peace journal. So that our goal is to really to empower our client to dive into their subconscious and to observe their thoughts without judging themselves. So it's got like 200 journal prompts, which helps you to reflect how you feel, your thoughts, your actions, your behaviors, and
Yeah.
then helping you building better habit in terms with your health and well-being and good mental health. So yeah, it's quite exciting.
I love that. I love that. I mean, I journal as well, and I have this wellness mindset journal, and it's bringing everything up and out, right? It's so powerful to bring it up and let it out, like literally the power of pen to paper. It's just, it's hard to describe, but it's such a cathartic way to let stuff go as well, and to reconnect within yourself, as you said, with your thoughts and your feelings and that sort of thing. It's yeah, journaling, I love it. And I think more and more, as I was saying before, with stress and anxiety, such a common thing or an issue, the median age of anxiety is 15. So it's starting at a young age. People used to think it was like, you'd have your midlife crisis at 40, but it really, if we can get to kids and help them start journaling or finding these tools and, wearing a necklace to school, I'm sure you'd be able to do that, or, and it's just a little having, as I said before, having a little tool or technique that can help you to calm yourself down. I think it's so powerful.
Yes, yes. And sadly, so in Australia alone, we've got 5 million people that's struggling with anxiety. That's aged between 15 to 65. However, like they found the youngest person suffering from anxiety is from age 5.
Yep.
Yes, so it's getting more earlier and earlier.
I know. So, I've got 4 kids, and schools now are bringing in wellness centers and mindfulness practices, doing yoga and things. And I think, that's becoming a way of life now, as opposed to just, oh, that's a bit weird. Now it's sort of brought in as part of the curriculum. And I think that's super important because, it's such a 24/7 fast-paced world with everything online and the demands, and we need this yesterday, and the stress and pressure. I've just had one son just finish year 12, and it's so tricky. The pressures that are thrown on and the expectations that, excuse me, that they also put on themselves, wanting to do the best, but also not just do the best, but, A's in this and, be stars on every level. It's just
Also,
too much pressure.
yeah, and also constant comparison through the online media and social
Yeah.
media. And then the fact that especially the Gen Z, that they're brought up in the digital world. So then sometimes they don't know how to connect with people in real life, and then everything that they have is online. And it can, it can build up the stress and anxiety, especially if you do everything online. So yeah, I do think it's a really important topic. And yeah, 1 out of 5 Australians suffer and struggle with anxiety. So either we are struggling, or we know someone that's struggling, or someone we love know someone that is struggling. So it's such a prevalent issues ongoing.
Absolutely. And that's the kind of leads into your empowerment share today. So you personally suffered from general anxiety disorder, which you mentioned before, since you were 12. So you spent a lot of time, energy, and money to recover fully. And during the course of your healing, you found a natural, easy, and non-side effect way of relieving your anxiety with this breathing necklace. So, just talking about like being 12 and just recognizing that there was something wrong, or, discovering that you had anxiety. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, so I think I was fairly a really happy kid all the way until I was 12. So when I was 12, I started my, what's it called, junior high school. I think in Australia it's something different, but between age 12 to 15, you go to this school where you sort of prepare for your high school. And then that's when I started to, because my mom was the teacher in the school. So there was a lot of pressure on performing better in academics and in sports and curriculums. And then also a lot of pressure from the peer pressure as well, from handling the fact that my mom is the school teachers, and she happened to took some of the classes and taught some of the classes to us. So yeah, it has been really stressful. And I think my anxiety started to develop because of, I think before that I didn't really have it. I really believe, some people believe it's genetic, some people believe it's generational or environmental or biological. I would say it's probably like 10% genetic and then 90% environment. It's the environment that I was constantly being pushed to perform, and then I'll constantly passed down by my family members that, what if this happened? What if you don't get into the best high school? What if you can't get into college? What if you can't get a job? What if? And all this what if and all these worries start to build up. Because I remember before that, I was just a happy kid running around, enjoying life, doing whatever. And then suddenly I'm in this, environment that is heavily focused on academic performance. And then you started to pick up all these thoughts and beliefs that what if this happened, what if this happened. And it's a very common trait with people who have anxiety, is that all these what ifs and worries and ruminating thoughts and all of that, which I picked up from my family, especially my mother. So both my parents, my mom and my dad, both have anxiety. It's just a little bit different severity. But then I started to pick that up from my mom, and I started to develop that throughout my teenagehood. And and it was not until 18. So at 18, I was diagnosed and I was being treated in school. And then that has really, really helped me because, all this year, like six years of the thoughts and beliefs and the belief behaviors I have around anxiety in schools, I started to unlearn them. I started to let go of some
Yeah.
of the thoughts and beliefs that's not serving me. And I started to use a lot of exercise, especially physical exercise, especially when it's come to nervous system regulation. I started to use them to help me to regulate my nervous system. Because as we know, that anxiety is not only in the mind, but it's in our body and in our spirit as well.
Absolutely. And I'm a huge advocate for walking to let the stress out. It literally reduces the stress hormone. So every day it's my non-negotiable. Get out in nature and reduce the stress and reset. I mean, everybody has stress, and it's just the level of it. And stress and anxiety is literally a negative projection of the future. It's worrying about stuff that hasn't even happened, the what ifs that you were talking about, right? So that's, I've worked a lot with getting people to just be in the present moment. But, that's through a lot of hard work. And as young people, you're experiencing the what ifs. And so having these little tools and techniques like your necklace or the journaling, very effective way to do that inside work and get to know yourself better and understand your triggers, and also ways that you can bring yourself back down to that better level of peace. Yeah, it's beautiful. So the expert tip that you've brought along today is basically your effective way of relieving the anxiety is through step breathing, using it with your necklace. So do you want to step us through that?
Yeah, so when I started to learn about breathing techniques, I learned around the 88 techniques. And there are a lot of it's from the ancient Hindu practices.
Right.
And I practice a lot of them, and then I use them differently on different occasions. But for me, what works really well is called the step breathing. So you can do this when you feel like you're anxious, stressed, or even when you're angry, or you feel a little bit sad or lacking energy. So you can do that, finding a place where you can focus on yourself. And what we can do is I can guide you through this, and everyone can follow me here on the streamline, or if you're watching the replay. So we basically just breathe in, hold, and hold, and hold, and inhale, and then breathing out fully through the mouth. So when we're breathing, we always breathe in through your nose, and then we breathe out through your mouth. It's just like when you're blowing out the candle. All right, so I'm going to practice this for around 5 times with both Sally and me, and then you can do this in front of your.
Yeah, follow along with us, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's like stepping it up. So as
Yeah,
you
so you step and then you step up 4 times, and then in the end you breathe out. Yeah.
oh, I love this. Oh, let's get into it.
All right. So we're gonna get started. So just gently breathe out fully. Exhale all the air out. Very good. And now we're gonna breathe. Inhale, hold. Inhale, hold. Inhale, hold. Inhale, hold, and exhale out through your mouth. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale, hold. Inhale, hold. Inhale, hold. Inhale, hold, and out through the mouth. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale, hold. Inhale, hold. Inhale, hold. Inhale, hold, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one. Inhale, hold. In, hold. In, hold. In, hold, and out through the mouth. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and just resume your breathing in and out. Take your time. Just come back to your natural breathing.
Cool. Wow, a little lightheaded there as you're getting more oxygen in, right?
Yes.
My body was being pulled up and my
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, I did notice.
breath, because it was just like, I'm very big about posture, but as you're filling your lungs and your body with air and oxygen and energy, it's fueling up the whole body and it's getting out of that sluggish. It's improving my posture as well. That was amazing. It's a bit of a head rush because I've got this big hit of oxygen. I don't know. Have you ever tried that oxygen, where you can go into those centers and get a big hit of
With
oxygen?
oxygen mask, yeah, yeah. Similar, yeah. But I do this. So I usually do this when I feel a bit overwhelmed. And sometimes I do this before I go to sleep. So if I'm in bed and I'm starting to think about all the things next days and what all the what if and or thinking
Yeah,
about the past, I start doing this. And when I'm focusing on this, in the end, it actually helps me to go to sleep. Yeah.
I just love it. I think it's awesome, and I just love how it's really stylish. I think when we have these little tools or accessories or whatever, it's when they look good and smart. Like you just wear it all the time. Like I wear an EMF thing, which is rose gold as well, and
Mm,
I wear that all the time.
nice.
I just take it off for recording actually, but and it's stylish and people comment on it, and I really like how smart and stylish, and that you've got the rose gold option and the silver and the gold, and that's just sort of superficial stuff for a really empowering accessory to use. But yeah, that was really cool. So ADA techniques, is that what you said? Is that ancient Hindu? Did you say?
Yeah, yeah. So we have around 88 breathing techniques. Some are modern, some are
Oh,
more
88, right?
yeah,
88 techniques.
88. Yeah, 88. So not the ADHD, but 88.
Yeah, yeah, 88. Yeah, yeah.
88, and they are a variety. So they come from different culture because breathwork has been around for such a long time, for thousands of years. So some of them come from Hindu culture, some of them come from Egyptian culture, some of them come from the ancient Rome. So then there's so many different techniques
Mhm.
that kind of is blending in together. So I think what I'm trying to say is that you got to find something that works for you. Because I know a lot of people, they got into breath work because of the Wim Hof or the fire
Yeah,
breath. And
yeah.
then that actually some of it could make the anxiety worse because some of the techniques is meant to giving you energy, meant to
Correct.
like giving you more increase in heart rate and energy. And then if
Yeah.
someone's already suffered from anxiety, the heart rate and energy
Well,
is
then
already very high. So
yeah.
the goal is to find techniques that helps you to calm down and to kind of like to harness the energy within you.
Yeah, I don't. I think a lot of people don't realize that with
Mm,
your breath, you can energize and you can also calm down. So,
yes, yes,
fast breathing is going to make you more, hyped up. Whereas, this way is a way to calm you down and relax. So I love it because, and what I love is it's all natural techniques because we're over medicating kids, particularly with anxiety, and the drugs they're thrown out like lollies, and it's just coming back to more natural ways to calm yourself down, to deal with anxiety. It's so important because yes, there is a place for medication 100%. I'm not saying that there isn't, but I just feel that there's a lot more natural techniques that we can be utilizing, particularly with kids, that because they've got a long way to go, they've got the rest of their lives to deal with themselves, and the sooner that they can understand themselves better and find tools and techniques, I think it's perfect. So that's what I
yes.
love about your product, and I love about what you're doing, and I love about you. It's
Yes,
awesome.
yes. Oh, thank you. Yeah. And I think one key about healing or recovery is that, what actually our body has its own power to heal and to
Mhm.
recover. And it's, finding the natural way that our body is built. So because our body are built to, be able to endure stress and recover from stress. And then, but because of the habit that we have, ongoing chronic stress, and then it goes down into this vagus nerve and polyvagal theory is that ideally after a certain amount of stress your vagal tone will kick in and there's a break on the stress reactions, and then you ideally you'll be coming down. But because so many people are on the top high end of stress all the time, and
Yeah.
then they lose that break in their nervous system, which that's supposed to be a natural reactions, and then they lost it and become a chronic stress. So and they have a chronic reactions to the event. So that's what we're trying to bring in, is that there are a lot of exercises that could help to, again, almost like to repair your nervous system and get your body back to where it actually has the functionality to come back down, to have
Mm.
that vagal break and to come down and back to a more of a natural state. And yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Hmm.
So basically, you're a circuit breaker, right? So
Yeah.
you just want to just stop that pattern and give it cut so that you can reset again. I think it's,
Yes.
wow, it's fantastic. So today was about taking time to recharge, right? Which is about just reducing that stress, that anxiety, getting you into a calm place. And it links in with our throat chakra. So, I've got this clothing range and it's all in line with the different chakras, and that the throat is the slight blue top, and that's all about speaking your truth, right? Choosing to be heard, choosing to communicate what you want to say. And I think what we're doing is really important, to communicate that there's ways to deal with anxiety and stress, and to talk about it, that it's not a taboo subject, like acknowledging it. Like you said, you started at the age of 12, which makes a lot of sense, because the extra stress and pressure about performance and grades and accomplishments, and on the sporting field, in the classroom, all that sort of stuff. And it needs to be spoken about, that it and normalize it, that that's okay to feel anxious, because that's kind of normal. And these are ways that you can deal with that and break that circuit, as you said, because you don't want to be operating on that high level all of that time, having that the cortisol in your body, the adrenaline, your kidneys, because, as you said, your body just represents everything that's going on in the inside, and so it
That's
creates illness, not wellness, right?
Yes.
So we want to step you back more into wellness by dealing and managing your stress and anxiety, because
Yes,
the
because
body's
our body, yes, I say our body mirrors our thoughts. Yeah. So a lot of people think that the body is separate to the mind, but actually our body mirrors our thoughts, and vice versa. So our mind will manifest in our body as well. Oh wow, that's a beautiful blue.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? It's just really striking. So I have a racerback style, and I have the long sleeve one, which I'm wearing, and they all have empowering affirmations. And the racerback says, "I choose to be heard." Right. So it's because every day you open the wardrobe and you got to get dressed, right? So what if you dressed with intent and got to dress more consciously, because everything is energy, like we've been saying. So color is energy, and chakras are energy, and this chakra is associated with communication, self-expression, having that clarity, being your authentic self, and just owning stuff, right? And this is how I feel, and having the ability to speak your absolute truth. So yeah, and with my clothing, I also have crystals that come with it, and the blue quartz links in with this one, and that one helps you facilitate clear and effective communication, enhancing your self-expression, and just to speak honestly and authentically. And that's the little blue quartz that we have. So we have a little pocket on the side, and then I have sprays that I use to help integrate all these sort of energies, and because where your attention goes, your energy flows, right? Which is exactly what you're working on, what I'm working on, because what you focus on is what you amplify into your life. So if you're focusing on being calm, and then touching, feeling something is really important. So having that necklace that you can touch and feel, that I'm very touchy like that, and that's where your attention is going to focus. What am I doing? I'm slowing down my breath. I'm connecting in with my breath. I'm breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth into this little device. It's so powerful, so powerful. So yeah, so this is the colorful range. So with all the different chakra colors. So, oh, did I just take that off? I'll put it back up again.
Yes.
Yeah. So that just, you can see how the colors are popping, and you just get drawn to color, right? It's
It's very
yeah,
bright.
yeah. Yeah, because I just like working with the energy of the colors, right? And because this is the time, this is the age where people are ready to step more powerfully into owning their energy and being in the driver's seat of it. So this is creating a life where you're in control, you're in the driver's seat, and you're taking responsibility for your own health and well-being. And whatever natural techniques and tools that we can do and utilize, I think it's super important. The time is now, that is for sure. So yeah. So before we head off, any parting words or wisdom that you would like to share with anybody?
Wisdom, yeah. That is a very, very, very good question. Um, I think part of, because now it's doesn't matter which age bracket that you're in, but I had a feeling that healing is such a big topic that people are looking towards to now. It's almost like a trend. Everything you go, everywhere you go, it's all about healing. The incense, the candles, the crystals, yeah, all kinds. It's all about healing. And I just want to say that the really basic things, like I think breathing, because as we're human, as we're breathing so many times, 20,000 times a day, and it adds up. And the breathing is your body's love languages.
I love that. Yeah.
To healing. So yeah, if you can really come back to your body, be within your body a bit more, not in your head, not somewhere in the
Yeah.
future, not somewhere in the past. If you can be in your body more, be in the present, and that will help you to really to heal and to love yourself. So that's the only wisdom that I have. So many wisdom, but I think this is the one that I think will help your audiences the most.
Love it.
This is
I just entitled that "Breathing is your body's love language." I love that. I had to write it down. That was awesome. And you know what? It's free.
yeah,
Breathing is free. That's just another plus. And I think you're right. It is the age of awakening and awareness, and people are being drawn to crystals, to candles, to essences, to
it's
sprays.
yeah.
And, because people are wanting to do stuff for themselves and realizing no one else is going to heal me or help me. You can get assistance and guidance, sure, that's what we do, but it's an inside job, and it's down to them. So we just assist and support people on their own journey of healing. And, it's time for everybody to embrace all these things that are around us. And as we just said, breathing is free, and it is the love language of your body. I love that. You need to put that as a little tagline somewhere. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, Claire, thank you so much for taking the time to come on Finding Your Way today. It's been really fantastic talking about you and your journey, and also, your Breathe into Peace necklace, and also your journal. So well done. Congratulations. We'll put the links in the description when we post this. So yeah, it's been wonderful meeting you all in 1 week, babe.
Thank you, Sally. We do offer a discount with the Sally's code. So yeah, you could check that out. And I'm really grateful and appreciate you invite me to this channel and be able to share my experiences and stories, and hopefully to help more people.
Yeah, we're all it's all about empowering other people through our stories, right? Through our own journeys. And, if we can inspire and help one person change for the better and go, yeah, that makes sense. Breathing, that sounds great. I'm going to go and grab that necklace. Just do it, because we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. So let's enjoy those moments, right?
Oh, that's an interesting quote.
For sure. Well, Claire, I'm going to pop you down into the green room while I wrap up here. So once again, thank you so much for coming on, and look forward to chatting with you down the track, and have a wonderful break.
You too. Thank you, Sally.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So that was a fantastic conversation with Claire. Don't you just love the simplicity and the stylishness of having a breathing necklace? Breathe into peace makes lots of sense. And who doesn't suffer from stress and anxiety? I think everybody does. And if you carry that around, that will be just a little tool to help you sort of calm down and step out of the anxiety, reset yourself, and just step more into the peace. So thank you so much for joining us today. Join me for another episode of Finding Your Way with Sally Estlin next Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific time, and Thursday at 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So, as we go into this holiday period, don't forget to take time to recharge, and speak your truth. Like, step up, because it's time to get out of our comfort zone, overcome the fear, and just speak about how we're really feeling. Because, as I just said before, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. And so let's step ourselves into wellness and out of the illness. And with that, I look forward to catching you next time. And I'm just going to bring up my little video, and I'll see you on the flip side. So with that, I'll just head this off. Thank you for joining me today. You can learn more about me, my Empowered Clothing, products and services at empoweredclothing.com.au. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Sally Estlin, the Holistically Fit Specialist.